Hi, I'm Techreader Omega, and welcome back to Vicarwissen. I still don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but, you know, I'm gonna keep saying it like that. I think I've said that before in a bunch of other videos. Anyways, I think... like, Stella was the one I'm looking for. It was... Yep, okay, Stella mentioned. The key, yeah. Okay, so the key was in here somewhere. For a desk. Could it be over there in the hallway? Or it could be, you know, on the pelts. On the pelts? That's a shelf. That's not even a shelf, it's a drawer. Almanac. There's a sympathy card stuck in the month of September. A solution? The original tale of the Vicarwissen does not allude to the existence of a cure for the monster's unfortunate condition. That said, subsequent entries into its lore have suggested that eating the flesh of the monster that turned to you might end the curse. Some have also introduced the idea that clock could be used to repel the beast but not cure it. The most promising solution I've come across in my studies is the Great Hunter's Pardon. The theory that if Vicarwissen were ever to be personally forgiven by the Great Hunter, they could finally shed their pelts for good. Clocks, huh? But Stella said, did you say that there's a clock with you in that room? Yeah, a really big grandfather clock. That's weird, I wonder why that is. Probably to hide. You silly. It's the fee, finally, time to go and find Stella. How about we look up on the pelts? Oh, the Vicarwissen's cursed pelt, that's still a drawer. Come to life every night as the creature transforms, they typically will not stray far from it. They obey on all nights except for banquet night, on which they become erratic and unpredictable. The Vicarwissen itself, which is normally a rather intelligent being, is also said to become feral during the banquet. Okay, anything else? There's some sort of fetus in a jar over there. The landing area. There's something ahead. Uh-oh, doesn't sound friendly. I know this one. It's the fox, same one I saw downstairs. It looks even bigger now that it's running at me. It's fast, but I'm faster. I don't even try. See, try to run. Why bother? I've got Betty. Whip her out, aim her, and fire once into the thing's open mouth. Nice. Runs off with the tail between its legs. He shot him in the mouth with a shotgun. Yeah, I'm from Oklahoma. I'd better keep moving, though. If there are more pelts around, then that blast definitely woke them up. Yeah, that was dumb. Before I go and check the gun, and my heart sinks. Last bullet. No time to look for more, and so I guess I'm on my own from here on out. I mean, that probably would have killed me. I've never seen this room. They normally show it to the public, but it was closed the first time we visited. Iona said that it was being renovated. The door's open now. There's a bunch of paintings on the floor propped up against the wall. There are plenty of them on the wall as well, but I get the sense that the staff was in the middle of switching them out when all of this started. Yeah. Family portrait guest room. What did she say she was in the attic? Oh, lovely. It's a portrait of two women and a dog. There's something weirdly familiar about it. Does Catherine Lundgren look exactly like Iona? Whoa. I haven't seen Iona, so that would have made more sense. That would have been more shocking if I'd seen, you know, this person. Small gene pool. Alright. I think that she said she was hiding in the attic. To the hallway, back to the study, back to the landing area. Attic door? Found a door to the attic. Did you use this? Don't go in there, because it's locked. Oh, okay. So I have to find another way around anyways. Alright. Let's do it. Oh. Whoa! Okay. There we go. The door's locked. That door looks distinctly open to me, but I don't know. Unless it is red. If it's red, I mean, there's it looks like there's light coming from beneath it. Yep, that's her. I cram the key in the lock and try until the door clicks open. Am I about to eat Stella? Alright, admittedly I'm a little bit jumpy after everything that's been happening, so even though I want to hug more than I can say, it still makes me jump out of my shoes. I take a second to adjust and hug her back so tight she nearly comes off the ground. I'm so glad you're okay. This seriously is all my fault. I can't believe It doesn't matter, we're here now, and besides, you didn't know about the skin things. Technically I did. Technically we both did, we just didn't take it seriously. Never again. Alright, oh, I need to show you something. This was wrapped around that dagger that Iona gave to me. Stella hands me a crinkled paper. Unfortunately, the Vicarwissen is said to be immortal unless you confront it on banquet night. On that night, it can indeed be killed, but only by the Great Hunter's dagger. What do you think? I think Iona wants us to kill the Vicar. She gave you the dagger. She could have just asked. I mean, would you have said yes? Maybe? I gave her a look. Well, I wouldn't have if I knew it was real. Still locked that attic door, but whatever was up there is rattling so hard the hinges are coming loose. I think that's our cue to get going. Yep. These are also great faces. If this is the master key, then I'm thinking you should be able to open up the front door. Suddenly there's a sound coming from the other door. The one I just came from. When I look through the keyhole, I see a whole bunch of zombie pelts come barreling into the gallery. Stella, you're gonna want to see this. They're at our door in seconds, but by the time Stella comes to look, they're already clawing at it, and there's nothing we can do from here. Stella catches me looking. She gestures up toward the attic. We're gonna have to do it. It's the only way out. Yeah, but the monster. Get the dagger. Yeah, you have a knife. Shame I don't have a gun, but I think I can only do it with this. So is the Great Hunter her? I don't know who the Great Hunter is. Who this Great Hunter? I rush over to the big in the corner and grab the dagger from on top of it. It's not glowing anymore, but it's definitely not a normal dagger. The second I touch the handle, it starts twitching around in my hand. I get the feeling that it wants to go upstairs. Stella picks up her pry bar. It's time to make a decision. Up or out? It's time for me to save scum. Don't worry about it. Up! We have to go up there. If nothing else, we know we have the dagger. You're right, we're gonna have to go up. There's 3 endings to this game. And I may end up going for all of them, because, you know, why not? I like to see everything a game has. So we unlock the door as fast as humanly possible and make our way up to the attic. Whenever Iona talks about the attic, she called it the observatory. Now I see why. This place is a wreck, but it's obvious looking at it that it used to be something special. The ceiling is a big black dome. Even in this darkness, I can still see some traces of painting up there. This is pretty brightly lit for a big black dome. Oh, there's the sun, some stars, and a bunch of round outlines that I figure must have been planets at one point. They've definitely seen better days. The walls are pretty beat up, too. They're patched really haphazardly with boards and rough-cut sheets of metal. It's like somebody's tried to reinforce them. You okay back there? Yeah, I'm fine. Do you see it? Not yet. It sees you. Hello! Yeah! Weren't you in the library? Or something like you? I stopped dead in my tracks. Yeah, I see her, alright. She's watching us from the corner. She looks really, really hungry. Now you look out! Yep. Oh, holy crap. Stella pushes me aside as something rushes past us. A whole lot of somethings. It's the pelts. They followed us. Stand back. You're about to... A couple swings of that pry bar and there's fur teeth and glass eye flying everywhere. Only a few of them are actually going for us, though. The rest run right at the Vicarwissen. I watch it hiss and spit and tear into them and those massive teeth. In seconds, there's nothing left. We're alone again. I hold the dagger straight in front of me while I search my brain for something. Anything. Anything other than running up there and stabbing it, because I'm not sure I can do that. The dagger sure seems to think I can, though. It's still twitching, urging me forward, but I hesitate. The monster swipes at me and I only barely manage to jump out of the way. As I'm stumbling back, I watch Stella take a crowbar and whack the thing right across the side, but it doesn't care. It's focused on me until it realizes that I don't have the dagger anymore. Wait, where did it go? It's behind me. I must have kicked— How the hell did you do that? You had it in your hand! Stella hits the monster again, this time on the head. Now it sees her. It's going to pounce. No, you don't. Stab it. Moving quicker than ever before in my life, I run over and pick up the dagger. When I do, the Vicarwissen turns away from her and back to me, but I'm ready for it now. Just as it's leaning in for a bite, I raise the dagger above my head and drive it down into its skull. There's a pause and it crumples, sliding right off the blade. I stand there shaking until I feel Stella's hand on my shoulder. Suddenly, the air isn't chilly anymore. I was still bitten? Am I gonna die? Does that mean the monster's really dead? It sure looks dead. Actually, looking at you, you'd never know that it was even alive. Oh, looking at it now, not looking at you. Oh god. Before it had some weight to it, but now it's just skin and bones and dried blood. The dagger's stopped twitching too. It's dull and normal looking now, as are the remains of all those pelts that followed us up here. It's over. Can we go? Uh-oh. Man, I hate this. I haven't slept a wink since we left the museum. Neither has Stella, but somehow she's on the computer anyway. Look, sure, we absolutely did just stab a monster in its own attic, but that's definitely worth blogging about, but right now my head's throbbing. Can't even talk, let alone type. Maybe it's just the weather. It's been really chilly. I figure I'll type this up now and we can post it in the morning before we leave. People are gonna freak. Nah, who am I kidding? It doesn't have anything to do with the cold. It's something else. I'm hungry all of a sudden. We just ate, though. What time is it? She's about to eat. You. It's later than I thought. Hey, Max, are you okay? You're being really quiet. Oh, yeah, I'm just kinda... Suddenly everything hurts. It starts through my arm and shoots right through me like lightning. It knocks me out of my chair. Yeah, you're what? Now I notice there's a big red mark peeking out from underneath my sleeve. It's coming from... Oh, God, it's coming from the bite. Yeah, that's right, I was bitten. I knew this. Everything happened so fast I forgot all about, but it was fine before. It didn't hurt after a while, barely even bled. I just need to eat something. I don't know how I could have possibly been thinking about eating at a time like this, but I also can't help but notice how good this room smells all of a sudden. It smells like Stella. She smells amazing. Not like new perfume amazing either. It's more like meat. Oh fuck. Just like a fresh cooked ribeye. My mouth's watering. There's a crack. The floor splitting right under me. I feel bigger, stronger. Something's really... Maggie? Oh my god. Oh, I hate Stella. Whoops! Sorry about that. I really like this game. Too quiet. Okay. I'll be back! I'm gonna get to the end again on the other one. Oh, hello. I hadn't seen this one before. Another trophy room, huh? This one's smaller than the other one, but still, this lady had a whole lot of trophies. Alright, there's a dog. Oh, it's her dog! It's gonna bite me, isn't it? Fritz was the Lundgren's loyal companion for many years. Unable to bear the thought of parting with him, they instead have made him a permanent fixture in their home after his passing. Some say that stroking his head brings good luck. I'm suspicious, but he looks pretty still. The room is downright spotless compared to some of the others. I wonder if maybe the Pelts are afraid of him. That's a good boy. I make sure to give Fritz a pat on the head before I move on. Oh. Okay. To the living room. Oh, I haven't been in here either. Jesus, how much did I miss? You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that I smell Thanksgiving dinner. I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's a banquet and all. Whatever it is, it's coming from the dining room, which is probably the next room. The Lundgren love of the outdoors inspired much of the furniture that we leave here on display. They spent many afternoons in this very room drafting ideas for new pieces. The best of these drafts were sent away to be built by expert carpenters. What was that? There was another item. I thought there was. The sunroom. Oh, Jesus, hello. This might be the coolest room in the whole house. I've never seen the windows this big before. It's a shame, or window. It's the same, the museum staff had to reinforce them. It really takes away from the look. I guess it makes sense, though. It's a museum. Yeah. The famously spirited Mrs. Catherine Lundgren lost a bit of her spark after the untimely death of her wife. She retreated into this very house where she stayed until her own death in 1934. During that time, she shut out family and friends, refusing even visits from her mother and sister. Neighbors would sometimes see her gaunt and white-haired, watching the street from her sunroom's window. When reports arose of strange sounds coming out from the Lundgren's attic in the dead of night, the public began to wonder if she might be hiding something. They took to calling her Careful Kathy in private. Ah, so you're the Great Hunter, huh? In ancient Slovenian folklore, the Great Hunter was a human woman who was said to have conquered every beast on Earth. She walked away with her title of the Vicarwissen's banquet. Oh, after the Vicarwissen's banquet, leaving her prized dagger behind. According to some translations, the rule should pass to the dagger's new owner, were it ever to have one. Alright, which means I could probably purge her if Iona was here, but Iona is not here. There's a light on in the dining room. You think I missed some? I did miss some other stuff. If only I've only ever seen courtyards like this in movies. It's a little overgrown, but I think they must do that on purpose. During the day, it looks something straight out of a storybook. At night, though, kinda spooky. Is there anything to interact with in here? Oh, yes. Stella and I love these little guys. There are a whole bunch of them growing behind her house. Alright. Ouch, I didn't realize these were actually brambles. What'd you think they were? I mean, I didn't know they were brambles, but you have mouse over text, lady. You should know what they are. Yep. Okay, we're here again. Let's go. Actually, while I'm here, we're gonna see what happens if I, you know... Because I was given another choice here. Anyways, I didn't get bit this time, so... But I think I'm going to, like, you know... Shut up. There's a shit ton of them. What I can... See, back out to the gallery! I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna do it, because why not? I wanna see what's up. We're about to die. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the door's open and the pelts rush in. There's more. I probably should have been reading that whole time, but I didn't because I'm dumb. Oh well. Sorry about that. There's more of them than I thought. I take the dagger and slash at the first ones that come on me, but there's too many. Up ahead, I can see Stella whacking away at both of them. She's doing better than I am, but not by much. They're getting in between us. I try to close the gap and end up with a bear's hollow carcass on top of me. It's way too heavy. I'm stabbing and stabbing, but it doesn't care. A second later, I feel its tooth cut into my throat. Maggie! Yep, dead. That's what I figured. This music has been playing this whole time. Why? Why is this music still playing? It doesn't stop when you load a game? Because I remember it being really, really quiet in the normal game. Okay, yeah. Actually, I think... Yeah, Control does that, because it's one of my keybinds to end the recording. Okay, up to the attic. Up to the attic. Let's go stab it in its, I don't know, face. Obviously something used to be special. Yeah, we've read all this. It's probably not gonna change anything until... Yeah, look! I swear, this is the thing that was in the, trophy room. It's got that skull face. It's also really mad. Follow us, stand back. Oh, thwack. She's good with that pry bar. She just beats the shit out of things with it. Whoop. Yeah, you jumped out of the way, and did you lose it then? Did you drop it on the floor and somehow kick it while jumping? Grab that knife and shove it into everything. It'll be fine. It's a nice dagger. Sad. Sliding right off the blade. I stand there shaking until I feel Stella's hand on my shoulders. Suddenly there isn't show it, and the monster's really dead. Yep, we've read all of this. It sure looks dead. I'd stab it a few more times. Oh wait, no, that's because the dagger, you know, the dagger stops being a dagger. Or something. Anyways, everything's quiet now. We take the master key and go out the front door just as the sun beginning to rise. Luckily, this mansion's far enough away from the rest of the town, so I don't think anyone will see us leaving. The last thing we want is for somebody to come knocking on our door, asking if we have anything to do with the pile of dead skin and monster bones in the attic. As we settle in, Stella looks at me. Did all that really happen? I think so. She takes a really deep breath. We have to tell people. You think they'll believe us? Some people will. Our followers will. They're all that matters, really. Yeah. Until you get, you know, hauled off to the insane asylum. In a way, the channel's kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, we know there's a lot of people who we know will absolutely take us seriously, and on the other, almost everybody else won't take us seriously because of our channel. That makes sense. Whatever, we made it out. I don't care who believes us. I wonder what happened to Iona. We did what she wanted. You'd think she'd thank us, at least. Yes, you'd think. Watch her tell the museum staff that mess is there in our blah blah is our fault. Ugh, she better not. We almost died. Yeah, which reminds me, we are never splitting up again. If you start laughing... Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you guys started laughing, I was going to destroy both of you. Alright, well, I don't really know how to go about getting a different ending. Honestly. I'll go look it up. I'll be back. Alright, so it doesn't look like there is, like... I can't find anywhere where I can determine how to get the endings, and I'm not thinking of any other decisions that wouldn't get me instantly killed. Except I lied, so apparently what I'm actually going to be doing is I had an idea on how to get the different ending. Because they're making a big deal about, at least in that one room, they were making a big deal about a way to save her. Save, you know, the Vicarwissen. Convert it back to whoever it was before. So I did uninstall the game, so I am going to have to, you know, go through the whole thing again, but that shouldn't take long because I have the mystical skip dialogue button right now. So, I will be back. Also, another fun thing, I noticed that every one of the games on the You Might Also Like, or something, or whatever the equivalent is on Itch.io, had something to do with lesbians. So that was fun. Alright, I'll be back. Oh, hello. It's another thing. Though she was very successful, Miss Lundgren was quite shy in her youth. Were it not for her cousin's constant pestering, she would likely have never crossed paths with Catherine Ronstadt, I don't know, the woman who would later become her wife. An intelligent businesswoman in her own right, Catherine greatly assisted Lundgren in her rise to prominence. The two bonded over their love of hunting and of Brunwald, where they married in 1867. Okay. I didn't find that before. Oh, okay. It's said that once a year, all the animals from every cave and mountain and forest in Slovenia send their spirit representatives to the Great Hunter's Banquet. The hunter, who was at one point the only human permitted to attend, honored the guests on our behalf until the arrival of the man that would become the fabled Vicarwissen. Though the hunter did punish the intruder, the damage was done. What had once been a sacred gathering was forever tarnished. Ashamed, she relinquished her title, and no human has seen the true banquet since. Even so, we keep our own completely meat-free celebration in its honor. As for Vicarwissen legend, has it that a twisted mockery of the original banquet occurs every year in the Monster's Den. The spiritual guests arrive uninvited wearing human skins, a clear reference to the intruder trespassing in furs. Yeah, okay. Do you think I'll die if I eat that? Probably. Let's not. Actually, let's. Curiosity. Let's do it. I reach past the peddler into a big bowl of dinner rolls. I take 1, 2, and then 3. They're just so good. Sometimes Stella makes these, but she can't make them this flaky and buttery. Now I have to try something else. The turkey, maybe? I don't know. The stew looks great. Maybe I could stay a little longer. I pull out a chair. Some parts of me know that I shouldn't. I have nowhere to be, and I have somewhere to be, and I was really freaked out a second ago, wasn't I? I really have to stop being so uptight. These guys are just celebrating. It's a holiday after all. I ought to celebrate, too. We should both be celebrating. Pull up my phone and text Stella, but my finger slip. I drop it. Silly me, it's all the way under the table now. Forget it. I'm still so hungry. The stew looks a little different now than it did a second ago. It's black and white tar now. Oh, so it's black like tar, but it tastes the same. I keep on eating even though I feel it burn in my throat. Even when the monsters that I have noticed me by now start to laugh. It's the strangest kind of laughter. Yeah, okay. Saw that coming. Okay, so the music did load this time properly. It just didn't load before. Maybe it's because I loaded from, like, a decision. Oh well, I'll be back again. Oh, hello. Huh, I didn't know we brought these with us. Did you drop a business card? I gave one to Iona. Hope she's okay. She's fine. Pretty sure she planned this whole thing. Maybe. She seems so nice. Too nice. Alright. New objects to interact with. I'll be back once more. Almanac we've read. Solution we've read. Notebook. Bam. Someone's been taking notes on all this stuff. Didn't Stella say that this was Iona's desk? Oh. On the pelts. The Vicar was a cursed pellet come to life every night as the creature transforms. They typically will not stray far from it. They obey it on all nights except for the banquet night on which they come. Yeah, we've read this one. Okay. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Goddamn. Ooh, suspects. There are some articles here about Vicarwissen sightings of people that were accused of being Vicarwissen. Photos, too. Okay. Boom, seen it. Stella's keychain. Oh, hey, I know what this is. How'd he get all the way over here? Found the Mothman. Oh my god, I didn't know I lost him. He's safe with me. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's neat and all, but, you know, I'm kind of looking for important things. Okay, so here's what happened. I went back through the entire game and looked for all the things, and I ended up getting them all. Apparently, I had seen them all, I just didn't get them all in one run, but apparently that's what triggers this. Hi, Maggie. Or Stella, the other one. I'm Maggie. I think. This was around the dagger that Iona gave me. Stella hands me a piece of crinkled paper. Unfortunately, it was said to be immortal unless you confront it on banquet night. On that night, it can be killed, but only by the Great Hunter's dagger. Yeah, but you got all that. I think so. Okay, well, there's also this. This is what I missed. You kept sending me all of that info. I was inspired, found it under the bed. It's basically the only thing in here that's in English. She hands me another sheet of paper. To stun the creature, say its name. I have luckily never needed to fight a Vicarwissen myself, but all those that have swear by this trick. Nothing frightens such a beast more than its own lost humanity. What do you think? I don't think Evelina Lundgren is the Vicarwissen. The more I look around the room, the surer of it I am. It's really dusty. Nobody's touched anything in ages. This is just a bed. Isn't just a bedroom. It's a shrine. Think about it. She died, and her wife just kind of vanished from society. People thought that meant she was hiding her or something, but she was on that trip too. Whatever killed Evelina also attacked Catherine. The room, this is all her stuff. She put a clock in here to keep herself from wrecking it. It's been a really long time, but she's still here watching over this place. She might as well, I mean. It's not like she can die unless... I glance over at the dagger. Stella's eyes follow mine. She gets it. You said Iona went up to the attic, right? Whoa, you mean... yeah. I think that Iona is Catherine Lundgren, which means that she's also the Vicarwissen. Well, then why'd she give me a dagger? The other thing is, I'll bet anything she's trying to get us to kill her. Ugh, no way, we're not stabbing Iona. Yeah, absolutely not. We're leaving. If this is the master key, then I'm thinking it should be able to open up the front door. Suddenly there's a sound from the other door, just the one I just came from. Look at the keyhole. Yeah, we've seen this part. We'll be back. Get the dagger, show the grandfather clock. Up to the attic. No, we're gonna have to go up that door as fast as humanly possible. Go. Alright. This is the thing. Okay. So does she just lock herself up here? Certainly sees you. I stopped dead in my tracks. He's watching his phone. Really, really hungry. Yep. Now you look out. Yeah, we've seen all this, so I'm gonna skip all the drama for a bit. Going for us. Yes, yes, yes. What did that book say? There we go. Stun it. Say its name. I try, but my mouth's dry. My hands are shaking. Iona? It's not doing anything. She keeps coming closer. Her eyes bright and narrow, mouth hanging open. Wait, of course it's not doing anything. That's not even her name. Catherine! There's a pause. She stops. Did it work then, or... The Vicarwissen flinches. It thrashes and whines, and then doubles back into the corner where it stays. I'm stunned. All I can think of is to keep on swinging that dagger around like I know what I'm doing. That's right, you just stay right there. And she does. It's crazy, I can barely even believe what I'm seeing. This huge awful monster is just cowering in the corner like a scared puppy. Now my heart's pounding and my blood's pumping, and that little voice in the back of the head is telling me over and over that this is it. This is our only shot. Either we get her right now, or we run and risk her getting us. I look her over. Man, she's terrified even when she's like this. Oh, terrifying even when she's like this. Part of me just wants to end it right here and now, but it's really sad, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I'm pissed at her for tricking us and all, but if I'm right about everything, then she sure had a really rough time. I can't imagine getting so desperate that I'd go to all this trouble just to get somebody to kill me. I'm not a killer anyway. Neither of us are. If it's the one thing, if we have to, but do we? If she's just going to stay there, then maybe not. The dagger is in my hand. I can feel it twitching, urging me forward, and I drop it. Come on, Stella. We take off running as fast as our legs will carry us. The door that will take us back down to the landing area is just up ahead. I'm digging around in my pockets for the key when suddenly the floor begins to shake. The next thing I know, I've fallen and Stella's in front of me trying to pull me up. There's something really bright behind us. I turn to look as soon as I'm back on my feet, but it's too bright. I can't see anything, not even the monster. What is that? That's called a transformation, ladies. Before I can answer, the shaking stops. The light fades, and suddenly the chilly feeling that's been hanging in the air since I got here is gone. There's a shape in the corner of the room, but it's nowhere big enough to be the monster. But it's wearing its skin. We watch as the bloody layer of fur and bone is peeled away from a head of darker hair. Oh, and a head of darker hair pokes out from underneath it. I still can't read. Ah! It's a thing! How did you... Her eyes wander over to the dagger. It's still sitting right where I dropped it, but it's not moving anymore. Oh, whoops, I stabbed her. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, it's dull and normal looking as the remains of all those pelts that followed us up here. I can't say for sure, but something tells me that it's over. I feel like we shouldn't be the ones cleaning this place up, seeing as it almost just killed us, but here we are. To be fair, it needs it. The pelts really did wreck the gallery. As we're pushing things back into place, I noticed Stella staring at Iona, or Catherine, I guess, who just happens to be standing right beside that big portrait of her and her wife. That's so weird. It's become very jarring, yes. I don't like looking at it. Well, I mean, it's a good picture, it's just spooky. You could have told us what was really going on, you know. We're pretty well versed in weird. She shakes her head. My goal was to be killed or pardoned. The latter could not happen if I'd simply asked you to pardon me. The dagger's sitting on the table now. She picks it up and turns it in her hands. It's this dagger. It demands sincerity. I mean, I just ran away. You told me that you could have killed me, yes? Well, yeah, and you did not. Thus, a pardon. That sounds like a little bit of... Wait, but if the dagger's all you need to pardon someone, why couldn't you just do it yourself? Believe me, I tried. I suspect that having forgiveness for myself did not meet the requirements. In your videos, you did indeed seem well-versed in weird. If anyone can help me, I thought it might be the two of you. I cannot thank you enough. Don't mention it. So, what are you gonna do now? And aside, she puts the dagger back down and shakes her head. I wish I knew. Well, I was just thinking, if you're looking for a change of pace, Stella turns to me. She gives me a look, and I know right away what that means. She stands there for a second, having a silent conversation while Iona watches us confused. Finally, I nod. Stella, are you gonna interview her? We do this all the time. We're pretty good at it, but we never met a real monster before. No offense. None taken. None is taken. All I mean is, it'd be great if we were more prepared if the next time one of the stories we're chasing turns out to be legit. Maybe you could help us with that. Oh, no interview? What did you have in mind? We head out for a little while later. Iona said she'd follow us in a few weeks. She has to get some stuff squared away before she can travel overseas. Okay, so maybe she's joining you then? It turns out the attic-dwelling zombie skin monsters tend not to do a lot of moving around, so they don't usually have passports. While we were waiting for the cab to come and take us to the airport, Stella looks at me. As calm as we both tried to be for the past 24 hours, we're both still adjusting. Did that all really just happen? I think so. She takes it really to depth. We have to tell people. Yeah, I think I've seen from this part onwards. I'll follow this road. They're all that really matters. Double-edged sword. Yeah, we have read this part. Oh, and Stella, We are never splitting up again. What did this show last time? I don't think this picture showed last time. I think it was just a black screen. Deal. Or did I miss it? Oh well. I love this game. I don't know why. It was good. It was really weird, though, for the second part, the music kept playing. Like, the main menu music kept playing throughout the whole game. That was really unusual, because a lot of the big games' atmosphere was absolute silence followed by some other stuff. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done here. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Hope you stop by again sometime. I'll see you then if you do.